And we're back with some more Rimworld. And today we're going to be popping around, doing a few missions, and going up to space finally. Plan is to get our hands on some vac-stones so that we can make some better engines and move faster. Now give us 1 second while we plan a little capture of this farm here. Quick landing, quick setup of some defensive chunks, and now let's go trigger these guys. Christosax, you have a masterwork rifle. I figure... yeah, you can... oh, like that's just a one-shot kill right there. And... no, can't do two. Definitely slowed them down. How did you kill this one? Heart destroyed. Well, okay, that is very good. Anyway, we're going to pop back behind here real quick. God, there's so much I hate here. One is a tox grenades. That's going to cause us huge problems. The other is people trying to knife us. That also would cause us problems. In fact, you know what, just chuck out a couple of these as well while we're at it. Ugh. Oh, yeah, that one's much better. Guys, if you three could just kill that guy before he tosses a grenade, that would be preferable. You knife, eh? Just gotta do a tiny bit of micromanagement here. Nope. Kill that guy, wouldn't mind. Ooh, this is turning real messy, actually. This went a lot messier, a lot faster than I thought it would. Run. Dimbronia, get back here. Sister Vex, you're probably going to be holding the door. You got the best armor. Yeah, that's going to... oh, great. Toxic gas in the ship. It's going to take forever to wash that out. But it's only toxic gas. It's fine. It doesn't mean no one's going to die from it. Quick, everyone out. Yeah. And much better. Everyone's got a little bit of exposure, but I think they'll be grand. Toxic buildup initial, just a little bit of exposure. Okay, we only got exposed to one grenade, so it's fine. What do you guys got? There is one turret guarding the last of this area, and we would like to take care of it. So what we're going to do here is try and sever the power from it by wearing a shield belt. And we could go up and smash it, but why? And go on. Hit it again. Done. Severing the power cable means it has no power. You are now ours. Easy peasy. All it took was a shield belt and well, you didn't even need a hammer, honestly. Just about any weapon could have done that, but it felt thematically appropriate to do it with the Prestige hammer. And our reward for all of this is... what? Okay. Our reward for all of this is... ah, that's more like it. Oh, we're going to need a lot more storage space, aren't we? You know what? We can sort this. I should probably have a quick go over what's actually happening at the moment, or just how things have mutated from when we've started. At the start, we were trying to drop and do farming, and we'd use the farming to combine with some meat that we'd hunt to create fine meals. However, later on, the farming became, well, we were hopping too fast to do any farming. So we basically switched over to entirely carnivore meals, which are currently X'd out. But effectively, we just find lots of big animals. We've got elephants, mastodons, there's rhinos. Basically, this entire fridge is just chock full of some incredibly large animals that contain a lot of meat, and we're able to use that lot of meat to just live entirely on carnivore meals. Carnivore meals, not quite as efficient. It takes 50% more ingredients to make a carnivore meal than it does over a regular fine meal. So a fine meal requires 0.25 meat, 0.25 vegetables. And you can make a fine meal. A carnivore fine meal requires 0.75 meat. You can also do the same thing with vegetarian meals. A vegetarian fine meal takes 0.5. You basically, if you spend 50% more of a resource, you can just get by entirely with vegetarian. And if you spend 50% more of meat, you get by with meat. That's why we switched over to the carnivore variety. That way we could just hop around and grab it. For making chem fuel, we effectively just deforested areas. Any tree places we landed in, we just devastated them for trees. Or, like in this place, we found a couple of extra mastodons. So there was like 5 mastodons down here. We just killed them all. And the excess ones that wouldn't fit in the fridge, we turned into meat. And that meat, we turned into chem fuel. So our chem fuel, despite having done a jump, has actually gone up, I think. Yeah. Also, as well as that, in terms of, we've been turning all the extra leather into tail caps. We need desperately to find a trader to buy all of these tail caps, and unfortunately this has meant that our wealth has gone up to... Ah, here we are. High expectations. We were on moderate, which means we're getting a 12 mood bonus, but now we have so much wealth crammed onto the ship, it's gone down. We need to sell and buy a bunch of stuff that's good for us. I'm thinking shock lances, insanity lances, low shield packs, that kind of stuff. Right now, we're kind of running short on all of those. And I think we need one more crafter. Right now, our crafting has been done entirely by Timbronia, who's doing like an excellent job. Their crafting is incredible, but they can't keep up. It's just there's too much stuff we want right now, and we can't get it all. Ooh, another excellent sculpture. It's been a while since we got an excellent sculpture. What's the art like? So basically, it's Sister Vex beating someone down in the middle of a fight. Probably the one where we landed here. Someone who was most likely out there. In fact, yeah, we'll stick that down somewhere. Next up, we're going to go for a quick launch. We're going to head over here. I was going to head over to this place, but this place is calling out for help. And they might have gold or plasteel, which is two things we're looking for. Preferably gold. If we could get our hands on gold, that would be just amazing. Well, not seeing any gold in the walls, so we're just going to have to land and see if they've got any gold on them. Yeah, we're going to land over here real quick. We're going to kill everything, and hopefully someone here just has a pouch of gold on them. All we need is just 11 gold, and we can finish at the tech. Also, there appears to be some plasteel over there. Oh, no, it's silver. I thought they had plasteel. No, we have plasteel. Damn it. All right, let's clear this place out real quick. We're going to have Timbronia fill in this hole super duper quick. He's got a construction skill of 13 plus a bonus. So that should be, come on, exit. That means they can't pop out near there. And you know what? Go grab lunch. You might as well. Everyone else, how are you looking? Seriously, I need to install that mod that allows me to force everyone to go grab a lunch real quick. How are you? Go. Yeah, fine. Consume your fine meal. I'm pretty sure they all ate before they left. Lazy sods. Yeah, kind of. Figured as much. Yeah, one of the pit gates is going to open. Yeah, some baddies are going to come out of it. We're going to fall back. More distance, the better. Alright, that was sloppily done, but I was not bothered. Anyway, oh, we could grab a second tough spike. In fact, that might be an idea. We would like to have a little bit more income. Again, it takes up so much space. Nah, we can get them later. We can add more tough spikes to our menagerie at a later date. Beer. They have beer here. 1.5 days until they're left. Yeah, okay. We can hang around for 1.5 days. That's not an issue. One Doomsday rocket launcher. And one biomutation lance. Today's a good day. And then a dead researcher with, simple meal and some yayo on them. More beer. I really like this place. They had their priorities straight. Well, except for the whole getting eaten alive by a flesh wall. Huh. Expendable and Gank have agreed to get married. Good luck. Loner will change her last name to Hohilad. Yeah, I still can't pronounce that. All right, are we just about ready to launch? We'll be ready to launch in a few hours. I just started to mine out a few random places in the hope that we could find a little bit of gold. You know, hope springs eternal and all that. I think it's time to move on, though. Oh, if we wanted more fuel, yeah, there's a whole bunch of fuel just running around over there. Oh, we struck compacted machinery. I mean, might as well dig that out while we're here. It'd be a waste not to. For our next stop, it's, well, it's another quest item, actually. The excavation. It's basically a relic. It's part of the relic chain. The thing is, this is the relic we can get for doing it. It's basically a minigun. But it's a legendary minigun. And it's got lightweight hollow point rapid fire. So this means it weighs less, which means its aim time multiplier is decreased, which it's okay. It just means it aims a little bit faster. That's not amazing. However, damage multiplier of plus 20% on every bullet. And bearing in mind it fires 25 bullets, that's a lot of damage. Also, its fire rate multiplier is 200%, meaning it fires those 25 bullets twice as fast as it used to fire them before. I'd like to see what that looks like. Unfortunately, that's going to require us to do 5 missions to get the relic and blah, blah, but you know what? We'll knock that out as quick as we can and get a move on. I need to get to space. No gold on the map, no plasteel on the map, but hopefully they've got something inside here. We know they have information for the relic, but they're probably also going to have a few things that want to kill us. Hopefully it won't be too brutal. We'll find out soon enough. Plasteel, tiny amounts. If it could have been gold, that would have been preferred, but hey, we can only... Ooh, what have we got in here? Nothing. I am checking every single corpse for mech links. I've been advised sometimes they just magically show up. Ooh, Luciferium and medicine. We also have 3 ancient terminals. So, I figure what we do is we actually wait a little bit. I don't want to hack them until the ship is on just about cooldown. If we could leave here just as whatever shows up. I'm betting like the moment we hack those, something shows up. So hack all 3 after we've actually had the engine cooldown complete. Then we leave. One thing we're producing while we wait is a minigun, and we're gonna give it to Kugarian, because I think the idea of having a blind person and equipping them with a minigun, it just seems thematically appropriate. Even if they miss by a bit, they'll still hit something with that many bullets. Gotta be. Ship's just about ready to launch. We got 3 hours left, and let the auto-hacking begin. Kenneth is our best hacker. 1 of 3 completed, but they're going to take a nap after the first one. Don't worry, tomorrow they'll clear the rest of them out, and I believe, yes, in 0.7 hours we will have the engine cooled down. We should probably get you out of there. While we're waiting, another quest has come up. This one is the Venerated Database. Basically, there's a village, they've got a terminal there, we have to go in and basically hack it or, get the data off it. However, I've heard about this one. People have died on this one because if you spend over 10 hours in the village or build anything near it, the locals will attack and call reinforcements. And it's constant reinforcements. And if you fly in the ship and land there, you can't leave for several days. And after 10 hours, they'll start attacking you, and then they just will not stop. You'll eventually just get overwhelmed. There's no way to stop it. Might be fun to try late game doing one of those and just like seeing if you can actually hold off the constant waves. Actually, wait, that's just a sort of Jade Palace scenario. Yeah, how are we looking? 1 left. Almost done. And finished. Alright, time to get out of here. Looking about, this is the village quest. We don't want to do that. If we land there, it'd be fine. We'd actually probably want a caravan in. The thing is, we don't have anyone really set up to do a good sneaky quest right now. So I think what we'll do instead is head over here. We're going to get back on plan. We're going to head this direction. We're going to head over here and trade after that. And once we've got those, we should definitely have the golden plasteel we need. One way or the other. If we can't get it at this next location, we'll get it at the village when we trade. Flying saucer. Inbound. Yes. Gold. And plasteel. Why did I just come here earlier? The plan was to come here second, and instead I went... Oh, I'm an idiot. You know what? It's fine. It's fine. We'll just move the landing spot to over here. This is what we really care about. There's also a something or other down the bottom. And oh, can't place it too close to the edge of the map. All right, good to know. Actually, we're going to want the door, say, that direction? Yeah, then we'll pop down there and grab... There's a... I want to say it's a tech print for something that we don't care about. Newer calculators and stuff, that's the one. Grav nausea. Looks like we're not going to be doing anything too strenuous for a while. Grav nausea just means everyone's going to be a little bit on their ear. Reduces consciousness and moving. Not a good idea to get into a fight right now. It takes about 1 to 5 hours for everyone to get over. But in the meantime, we're going to mine up that gold. That gold should immediately go into building that multi-analyzer. In fact, we'll also mine that out and start that chain. That means we can finally get onto the higher end tech. Go on. And done. That means we can finally go up to this stuff. We want the shuttle. We desperately need to trade stuff away. So shuttle, yes please. Then fabrication. Then advanced grav tech. Oh, finally. I thought we were never going to get there. I remember the last time we went to explore a cabin in the woods. Yeah, stuff teleported magically around it. So let's be ready for that this time. Come on, magical teleporters. We got a whole squad. Actually, how about we just shoot at your walls? Yeah, I bet you if we shoot at your walls... Okay, maybe there's nothing here now. Yeah, ambush. No. Oh. They've actually appeared at the edge of the map like normal, average mechanoid beings. How many are we looking at? 11. Ooh, Scorcher, Pikemen, Lancers, Tessel. Ooh, ugh. I do not like them one bit. I say we fall back to a corner. They're going to be spread out. So I say we tuck in here. I mean, most of them will have to get at us from right, at least around a corner. That means we can basically shoot around the corner and shoot them in the face the moment they put their faces around. These ones down here, we might have to go around another corner for. We basically just want to get them in reasonably close, because these guys are the worst. They set everyone on fire. Pikeman. Yeah, let's take out the pikeman real quick. Hey! Stop that! Vandals. Come on. Say hello. And... dead. Excellent. Time to get around the corner some... Ooh. Yeah, that guy's getting a bit close. Might be an idea to actually just settle here. Oop. Ah, I see the blind minigunner is doing a good job. Lancers! Run! Ow! That could have been death. Your arm's gone. I'm really sorry about that. I love the way it happened to the one person who has the healing ability that could heal everyone, but can't heal themselves. That's, yeah, there's some sort of irony there. I'm just not sure which one it is. Okay. You, get back there. Everyone around the corner. We might want to get you some medical attention before things get out of hand. Michael, you two are going to have to head back in here, and we're going to have to tend... Whoop! Just go that way. Seriously, I shouldn't have to tell you, but, you know, I suppose it is what it is. You two back there as well. The moment those lancers come around the corner, you know what to do. That's not a lancer. You should probably attend to them. Their arm's missing. That's probably very inconvenient for them. What have we got left? 2 lancers, a pikeman, and a scorcher. Well, looks like we're going to be waiting for them for a while longer as well. Just go inside, grab a snack. They'll be around in a wee bit. God damn! Bulgarian's up and about already. They're missing an arm and both an eye and, like, how? They're still holding a minigun. Respect. Gotta respect it. And that's 1 lancer down. Ooh, nope, 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 nope. Oh, thank God damn it. Okay. Well, someone lost an arm, which is bad, but we do have access to... where is it? Bionic replacements. Once we get fabrication, we can get bionic replacements for them. Oh, yeah, we're also going to need to get fabrication so that we can get advanced components to make those bionics. You know what? It'll all be fine. There's a quest from the Empire I think we're going to take. It's basically build a large thing for them, and we will get 9 honor. I think we kind of have to accept that. We need Sister Vex cranked up with the Empire as soon as possible. Where are the pods? Okay, let's see how big this thing is. We will probably have to chop up a bunch of stone, but the plan is to stay here for a little while anyway, so... yeah, we can put that right about there. Alright, let's build this real quick while our research knocks out. We want to get Shuttle, Fabrication, and... ooh, maybe Bionic? No, Shuttle and Fabrication. Then we'll probably get off the... get out of here. Shuttle is complete. Excellent. I think we're just going to go straight into Fabrication. There's... you know what? We're good on everything else. So Fabrication immediately, but Shuttle, I think we should be able to squeeze in here. Or not. Damn it! Okay, I need to squeeze over those... there's never enough space, is there? We had to take out the roof, but we can now build a shuttle. 250 steel, 150 plasteel, 6 components, and 1 shuttle engine. The shuttle engine we obtained ages ago when we did a shuttle crash quest for the Empire. You know, people crashed out in the shuttle. When you dismantle the shuttle afterwards, it drops you an engine. So now we can use that engine. It's only been like a year, I think, since we got here. So that year of keeping the engine around the place has finally paid off. Now we should be able to get around to trading. Ooh, and the Eagle Never Misses is ready to launch again. But no, not until we finish this building. The shuttle is finished, and we have 320 blocks of the 1,300 we're going to need. But that's fine, that's fine. The shuttle here, though, is... yeah, this thing's amazing looking. We can set this to load, and basically you can just tell people to get on board. So, cool. Please get on board the shuttle. Along with that, we would like you to take 50 plus tail caps. Okay, we made a few too many. But this should free up a lot of space inside the ship and a lot of wealth. Up top here, you can see how much mass it can hold, so you can load this up with 500 kilos of stuff. We're also going to get rid of all our packaged survival meals. I figured we're not using them. They don't give us a mood boost for eating them. They're just great for storage, and they're really just adding an awful lot to our wealth. They're like a big... they're very, very expensive, and we're keeping lots and lots of them. Along with the 59 tail caps. Oh my god. It's fine. We're going to load them all up, and we're going to go on a big sales spree. Okay, shuttle is loaded to the gills. Like, just absolute... well, okay, it's not even close to full. But we can now launch it. Now, what's our range? Not perfect. I wonder if we load this up with fuel. Could we load it with fuel from... That might be something to try now. Can we set to load again? Everything is set. Give us an extra 100 chem fuel, because if we could land it and hopscotch, that would be even better. So someone want to put an extra 100 chem fuel in there? Nice. All right, launch time. So we're here. We're going to go to this location and trade. There's nowhere really else in range, unless we get a knight, at which point we can trade with the 2 Empire settlements. But you, trade with Lanston. And let's slow that down a little bit. God, that's so fast. That's on the slowest speed. And that looks way cooler than our flying shuttle. All right, you, what do you got here for us? Hey, you got go juice. You know what? No, let's just see how much we can sell all of this junk for. Our tail caps alone are worth 3,800 silver. Totally worth it. They effectively don't have enough stuff for us to buy, so I think we're going to do something weird and buy the tech print for jump packs. That feels very bizarre to actually pay for that, but I'd rather just burn the money. Actually, give us some medicine as well. You can always do a little bit more medicine. And you know what? Sell all the packets. We can't sell all the packet surviving meals. They can't afford them. Made a few changes there. Instead, we got some plasteel and the site trainer for Word of Love. That's always a handy one to have on hand. That Archotech leg, well, we know who's getting that. Now, you. Launch, please. Disabled. On cooldown for 1 hour. Oh, you can refuel from cargo. Okay. Refuel 50 chem fuel? Done. Okay. That means we can double jump. We can hop from here to over here, then hop back, assuming we give ourselves enough chem fuel. That's awesome. However, we do have to wait an hour after we land before we can go again. Actually, we might be able to do the Worshipful Village quest then. Ooh. 1 second, let's pop back home real quick. And by real quick, I mean at this sort of speed. You zoom in and choose landing spot. Right there should be fun. Oh my God. That's like from a mod. There was a shuttle mod you could get, but yeah, that's pretty much the same thing, and that is awesome. I love it. Is set to unload. Nope, unload all. There we go. We're gonna need more chem fuel, aren't we? Yeah. Probably go grab those muffalos and those deer. That should give us enough chem fuel to fuel up the ship again and double jump if necessary. Oh, that massive sales spree has dropped our expectations to moderate. We've actually managed to reduce our wealth that much just by doing 1 sales run. I think what's going on here is, due to the way the game is configured now, when you hop onto one of these tiles, say a hunting site or an item stash or any of these logging sites, these type of things, they're not classified as real maps. We have been on this map for a while. No attacks, no flyby traders, no nothing. So these maps seem to be running on a different set of rules. If we say stop in one random location, then we still get attacks and all the usual stuff, and traders come by and all this. This is effectively a null middle ground. They're going to have to fix this, otherwise I can stay here forever. I can effectively stay here forever, farm, not really care, and, well, just knock out all the research and then go around doing other stuff. We're going to try not do that, but yes, that is a very real option. Oh, and tech print was applied by, was it Kenneth? Who applied it? You know what? It doesn't make a difference. The intellectual level of everyone is going nice and high, and once this research is complete, I'm thinking the next one is going to be, instead of bionic replacements, advanced grav tech. We want to get a pilot assistant. Pilot assistant means we'll stop having crashes, and we'll be able to leave places quicker, allowing us to hopscotch more. So we have a plan. Is it a good plan? I don't know. Drop in the center. Yeah, we'll see how this works out. Okie dokie. Now, oh, this is where we got to go. Oh, well, that's a problem. I'm going to bury it right in the middle. Oof. Okie doke. Okie doke. Okie doke. This is not the end of the world. Right, to deal with this problem, what we need to do is get in here, hack this. Oh god, it takes 3 seconds to hack. It's fine. Yeah, we have good enough intelligence, and this is expendable. There's not many people here. What we decided to do is bring fire spew and a biofert burner and a shield. The reasoning being, we can just set people on fire if it's a problem. Wait, 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 wait. We want to wait until this is cooled down. Once this is cooled down, then we'll go in and hack it. We want to make sure we have our escape route planned out already. All right, let's get in there. Now, I'm pretty sure... Do I have to kill these guys? The Born Nation? Are we at... Yeah, they're nobodies. They're nobodies. Okay, fine. Fine, 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 fine. They're going to hate you immediately, but that's okay. Crap. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Terminal hacked. Information collected. We've got a shield belt on. Should we... Yeah, just take the pemmican before you go. I mean, it'd be rude not to. I mean, they just left it there. Limestone table? Not worth it. You got any good chairs, actually? No. Slate beds. Good bedroll. Cloth bedroll. Muffalo wool. I'm not really seeing anything worthwhile here. Yeah, none of these have anything we want. And, oh, yep, there's a raid. I think they must have tweaked this again. We're already seeing 2 raiders come in. But I think the size of the raids is entirely dependent on... Ooh, hippos. These tell me they're short-sighted and very aggressive. You know what? That doesn't make a difference. But if we had flown in our ship, I think there would have been a lot more defenders and a lot more everything. But, yeah, we're just going to get out of here. Thanks for everything. Sorry about the inconvenience. Bye-bye now. That gives us 2 quest parts. So that's 2 of the quests completed for gaining the relic. Now we just need a few more. And Krista Zach started a social fight with Gank. You started it with a genetically engineered soldier. That seems like a bad idea. Chris, no. I love the old days when you used to be able to arrest them to stop it. Yeah, you almost lost an index finger. Oh my god, would you 2 stop beating the snot out of each other? What did you actually say? Oh, Chris is a vampire. I mean, that seems a little bit harsh. How's the health damage? Ah, you guys will be fine. You'll be grand. Oh, the next quest has come up about the relic. We shall accept and then do nothing about it. This is suicide missions. I've done these ones. I don't know, unless they've changed it. I've sent colonists before, like super soldiers pretty much, and it all went horrific. Like, you get so swarmed. You barely make it out alive. We had so many psi powers and abilities and all sorts of stuff. Still, we were like limping out of there. Like, you just had to run. So now, I just failed the quest. Move on to the next one. They're not worth it. Maybe we should check it later, but I don't want to risk everyone and this run on a quest that last I tried was, well, close to impossible. Ah, now we can make advanced components. Excellent. Well, assuming we had the space to build them. Well, we can build advanced components once we get advanced fabrication. But I'm thinking advanced gravtech first so we can get the pilot assistant. So we will need a couple more advanced components for that, because I'm pretty sure... Yep, 2 advanced components to make it. We need to get our hands on more advanced components. We're going to need to do a bigger trade run. Actually, we might be able to trade with the Empire in a minute. Delicious little quest has come up here. Transporter down. That's 8 more honor. Sister Vex. Oh my god, we're going to have to make her an... Ooh, where'd you land? Where'd you land? Oh. It's very odd. Normally it lands close to the edge of the map. I have no idea where the enemies are going to come from. It feels like they're going to come from over there almost. That might be problematic. Okay, you know what? We shall wait for about 3 hours, then we'll go out and help them out. You guys, what do we got here? This protection patrol detail is pretty like weak sauce. They're all like flak jackets, maybe some shotguns, like pretty lightly armed for what you normally have. This is a level 6 Psycaster. Damn. Wait, it's a Hussar level 6. How? They're psychically deaf. What? Okay. So they have 6 levels in Psylink, but they can't use any of it because they're completely psychically deaf because of the gene pack that's attached to them. That makes absolutely no sense. None whatsoever. Oh well, we'll find out in 3 hours if they're any use. And here comes the Choke Gang. Oh, that's just such a bad name. Calling yourself the Choke Gang, it just implies that you're just gonna choke. What do we got? So, doing themselves some go juice. They're equipped an assault rifle. You'll be dangerous. SMG and some yayo. Tox launcher, grenades. Oh, wow. They only have 3 things capable of doing damage that are not poison related. Basically, Molotovs, SMG, and assault rifle. So we killed those 3, and okay, the tox gas will be annoying, but it will dissipate in time. In that case, line them up. And light them up. Yeah, I don't think you guys are going to... Oh, damn it. I just realized we should probably go to the side here. There's going to be friendly fire potential here, like a bajillion tons of it. Okay, right there. Yeah, you're wow. Oh yeah, go juice. Oh, a woken thug of Chokegang has died. The new awoken thug is... Wait, awoken? Was he with the boss man or something? Like, should we have cared? You know what? Doesn't make a difference. Whoa, whoa. Yeah, stop them. They had Molotovs. I think that's everything. Yeah, we're good. Pablo, what kind of gear you got? Marine armor? I mean, be rude not to run you down at least a little bit. And damn it, they made it off the map. Well, you know what? It's fine. We killed a bunch of their people. Do you have anything worth stealing? Which is a no. And the only things you've dropped that are used to us are maybe some survival meals that we will sell later. Well, it's been a pleasure doing business with you all. And done. And we get ourselves another engine out of this. This is where we picked up the shuttle engine last time we did, well, effectively the same mission. All right, transporter down. Questil's Sister Vex night ceremony. So we could do a night ceremony for Sister Vex right now. Problem is, they would be unhappy unless we gave them a bedroom with 24 tiles and a throne room with 30 tiles. That's a lot. That's an awful lot. In fact, we're going to need to give them even a bit. Like, we basically need to get our hands on another grav core just to make them their throne room, and still won't leave enough space left over for a bedroom. So, yeah, we're going to have to wait to get another grav core before we actually accept their titles. But it's okay. We're going to get even more titles for them as well. We're taking them all the way up to Archon. They're becoming a level 6 with the Empire. So we're going to need to integrate a royal palace type thing onto the ship. We're going with, like, the Emperor of Mankind cathedral style floating ship going around the place. Should be pretty cool. It'll still be box-like, but at least it'll be a cool box-like. Advanced grav ship tech. Finally, we can make a pilot assistant, assuming we had actually enough advanced components. So, we'll research advanced components to make 2 of them. Well, we might as well while we're waiting for this to be constructed. Might want to double down on the stonecutters benches. We should probably double down on hauling so we can get more stones here. One thing I've also been doing on the side is making more chem fuel, like a lot of chem fuel. To do that, we basically decimated the local deer population. Now, this has resulted in, well, there being a lot less deer around the place, a lot less animal on the map in general, but it's also resulted in us, getting a lot of leather, which means we now have 40 tail caps again. It's just, I can't help it, okay? But I've got a tail cap addiction. I can stop anytime I want, though. Probably. Just once I'm finished playing Rimworld. And we've got another quest that's shown up. First off is another village terminal. We're going to send Expendable off on that in a bit. But the second one is more interesting. It's Shadow Crash. A hostile shuttle carrying a Sangophage master and 5 thralls in trouble with its engines. Yeah, basically we can get our hands on a Sangophage DNA to make one of our pawns a Sangophage. I kind of like the idea of that going on Sister Vex, which reminds me, I got to put the Architect leg on them. So, like a level 6 with the Empire, royalty, level 6 sidecaster, psychically hypersensitive, vampire. Flying around on a ship. Yeah, no, that sounds, perfectly normal. And done. Okay, so Vex is a Praetor. The amount of requirements for that is going to be nuts. Oh, what I want to do is build them a room up here, but we're going to need another grav core for that. I mean, actually, theoretically, I'd build it back here, but I kind of want to save this for other open... You know what? We'll worry about that later. For now, we have to worry about the next quest. Shadow Crash. All right. Send us down to Sangophage. We are hungry for... So you land. And what do you got? Okay, there's a fair few of them. Okay, that's the vampire. Have a second one? Nope, just the one vampire. Gear-wise, they're not too bad. Chain shotgun. Okay, they've got a few flak vests going on. Vamp has nothing. Ooh, they have 5 hemogen packs. That's good. We're going to need those. All right. In that case, let's... Oh, actually, wait. Let's wait until morning, and then we'll head in. Or never mind. They will attack us. In that case, I'm afraid everyone's got to get up. Now, plan. Should we wait around the corner? Okay, first up is gonna be the vamp. Okay, please don't insta-gib them. Just, knock them down with bullets. Perfect! That's... Okay, they're bleeding out in 3 hours. Does that work? They're deathless. The minigun. Brawl reinforcements? What? Kidding me. Michael, how are you doing? Got a gunshot in the leg. Cool. I want you to tend to that medicine. Yeah, what are they at? They're at 3 hours. You kind of need to tend them immediately. Oh no! The troll reinforcements are landing in the middle of our ship. That's bad. Don't start smashing things. One of them has a flamethrower. We have chem fuel in here. Oh, I did not realize this is a thing. Okay, okay. All of you, shoot that one. You be a good. That's... Okay, that was awkward. That was really awkward. That guy running... No, you just come back here. Put out the fires before the ship explodes. Muppets. Ugh. Yeah, we're going to need to start setting up fire breaks for a bunch of things, and this is going to be awkward. What does it cost to make one of those? Please tell me it's nothing too much. Steel and components. That's fine. Steel and components is grand. And how is this guy looking? Bleeding out in 4 hours. It's plenty of time. All right, Sister Vex. Quit your praying. It's time for you to become all that you can be. And what that means is... Force disabled. Combs must be down before you can force her to reimplant their genome. Wait, I have to beat her down again? Ugh, 1 second. Well, that was pretty quick. You. Give us your xenogerm. We want it. Come on. And... Sister Vex. Nice. Right then. Goal here. Would like you to rescue Sister Vex if you wouldn't mind. Also, we're gonna have to get her weapons ready. This is going to be weird. I've never had a Sanguiphage that's also been, well, on Luciferium. This could be odd. But hey, we're going to have to figure out a way to make it work. While they're down, install Archotech on the left leg. They're going to wake up. New. Improved. In fact, Michael here... Yeah, I think Michael can take care of this. And they are our best doctor. Medical of 11, 0 health conditions, prioritize operating, and that is a masterwork bed. So if you wouldn't mind there, that Architect leg we picked up earlier is not going to install itself. Now, how long is your xenogerm coma going to last for? 2 days. Be fine. That means by the time you wake up, the anesthetic will have worn off as well. You won't even realize you've got a new leg. You'll just think it's part of all your new gene packs. Done. Alright, well that is going on. Once they wake up, we're going to head to space. Oh, and that gene pack is absolutely incredible. It's got a lot of good stuff in it. A few bad things as well. And the bad things are mild UV sensitivity. 90% movement speed in sunlight, so you lose 10% of your movement speed, and -6 mood when you're in sunlight. But the big thing is tinder skin. You take 4 times as much flame damage, and you have pyrophobia, which means you can have mental breaks if you see fire within 19 tiles of you, which is pretty terrible. However, upsides. Robust takes 25% less damage from all things, and it stacks with the tough gene, which they do have, which is going to be awesome. Low sleep, so they sleep faster. Stronger melee damage, so 50% increase there. A little bit hyper-aggressive, so all their mental breaks are going to be very violent. Toxic immunity, toxic gas immunity, fast runner for extra movement speed, extra size sensitivity, super fast wound healing. I think it's 4 times speed. Yep. They can have long jump where they jump long distances. They can coagulate wounds on people really quickly. They can blood feed. The downside is the hemogenic drain. They lose blood every day, so you have to keep topping up on blood. Scarless, all their scars heal every 15 to 30 days. Perfect immunity, never get sick. Non-senescent, so they can't get any old age diseases. They're deathless means unless their brain is destroyed, they can't die. Still can't happen. Getting their brain shut out can and will kill them. Ageless, yeah, they just don't age. And gene implanter allows them to spread the genes out. Now, question is, we could force another one. Oh, xenogerm shock loss. Yeah, so it'll be 2 days from now. They might be able to do it again. But if they do, it'll kill them. Maybe we could have 2 vamps in the colony. Might be a little bit more difficult to maintain. But you know what? No. Gonna do a quick trade run first. So this time, instead of trading over here, where, well, we've been before, we're gonna trade over here. This will require us to travel a bit further. In fact, let's just stop off here. Oh, whoa, no. Actually, never mind. They're hostile. That's my bad. Probably should have realized that. You know what? We'll just land over here somewhere. Done. And yeah, Timbronia started a social fight with Expendable. Thankfully, that was a short fight. All right, so now that they're landed, we can refuel. In fact, they still have 214 fuel left. So even if you go to maximum range, you still have enough to get back. However, we want to make sure we never run out. So we brought along a bunch of fuel with us. So now what we're going to do is wait until we're ready to launch again in 0.3 hours. And then once we're ready to launch, we can trade with this place. And then we can figure out what they've got that we want. Any death rest capacity serums? Pity. I love this trade ship. This is just... so... we get 3,400 silver from all the stuff we're selling, and then we're buying 6,600 worth of silver stuff. Bionic Eye, because our blind minigunner needs it. Advanced components, 3 of them. We're going to use those to build some more stuff. Psychic Suit Pulsar to give everyone a nice mood boost. A one-off use thing just in case things go horribly wrong. A side trainer for Skip, because that's always, you always want Skip if you can get your hands on it. Skylar's Indulgent Pamphlet of Peculiar Waters. It basically discovers a quest for you. So yes, we'll take that. Then we've also got a Psychic Harmonizer so that we can put ourselves together a Meat Beacon Yunners later on. I mean, we're going to have one at some point in the center of the ship, so we might as well start picking up the bits and pieces we're going to need. A Psychic Insanity Lance and a Psychic Shock Lance. This has been a wonderful haul. Oh, one last thing we'd like to get our hands on. There's a Zeus Hammer here. It's not anything, it's not a persona or anything, but I think a good melee weapon would be nice to have for our new resident vampire smasher. Especially if they get some side powers on him later on. And done. So, then we just have to wait until that cools down and then fly back home. Oh, if you're wondering about the cost, it's 3 fuel per tile for the shuttle. It's 5 fuel per tile for your ship, which is strange. Or is it 10? I think it's 10 fuel per tile for your actual base ship. Seems a little bit unusual. I mean, I feel like there should be slightly more cost to that, but not going to complain. All right, we still have 378 fuel left, so we had the options to go much further if we wanted to as well. And we're going to tuck you up a little bit there. Done. And that brings back all the gear. And now it's time to go to space. First up, Kugarian's going to get an eye. Yeah, I really feel like having an eye would be a good thing for them, considering they've lost the arm and both eyes, and they've got a scratch scar on their leg. A little bit of help might not be too bad for them. Now, don't botch the operation. There we go. Now you're going to be much more accurate with that minigun. We're going to take 2 of the advanced components we just bought, and we're going to make ourselves a pilot assistant. This thing we're going to implant into Sister Vex, who now has 20 intellect, because, well, the genes they got give them a bonus to their intellect of +4, so now they're literally maxed out. Throw the pilot assistant on top of that, and I think we should have ourselves some proper piloting going on. So, my headcanon for why Sister Vex is getting done this way, as in just turned into an absolute god king, well, that's sort of the plan here, is kind of because of Timbronia in a roundabout way. You see, what happened was Timbronia realized they needed to survive the incoming threat, so she started hiring people, and she hired Sister Vex. They were pretty smart, they were talking to each other, things got on well. But, because, he's kind. He's a kind guy. Also, he was tough. And then she's like, okay, well, she can use him to help defend her son, because her number 1 goal is keeping Cole alive. That's her kid. She's got to make sure he's safe. So she's thinking, What if we get someone up with the Empire? Like, she doesn't want to risk her own life because, you know, she's got to be there to take care of Cole. And if she risks herself, then that puts her in danger. She can't leave Cole alone. So instead, she's like, well, we convince Vex to do it. And if Vex does it, then, you know, she can, like, sort of, she's the power behind the throne, so to speak, encouraging them to join up with royalty, get the sacrifice genes. Hey, maybe she'll join him later on. I'm sure she truly loves him, or maybe this is a bit dark and twisted that she's kind of manipulating him. But not really when you think about it. He was part of a tribal group that they basically slaughtered. They butchered all of them. And Vex never wants to be weak again. Vex wants to be strong. He wants to make sure that his people never get mowed down like they were in the past. So his plan, or the headcanon for him is like, he wants to become the strongest. So Timbrodia is like the engineer that's crafting all the parts and acquiring all the bits and pieces to turn him into like a super godlike soldier so that he cannot die. Well, and that his people will never be harmed again. One other thing we should take care of, I swear, we're almost done. Drop in center. We're going to take care of another one of the missions. That's just one of the quest ones. Here we are. It's another one of these, ancient terminals. They appear to have nerfed these. Quite heavily. Incoming mechanoids. Ah. Yeah, it's time to leave here. That's fine. You head this direction. Actually, could we... What happens if we open these steel cases now? I'm kind of curious. Ah, this one actually has some ambrosia on it. We will pick that up if you don't mind. Well, I mean, we might as well. While we were waiting here, you can... Wait, passenger shuttle is ready to launch. Tribespeople from... Okay, that guy's decided to attack us. Why? Have you been here 10 hours? Is it because we're taking all the people out of the gibbet cages? That's probably got to be a little bit annoying. Alright, prioritize hacking that terminal if you don't mind. Alright, all done. Now, where were we? Like, this guy's got a bow. We have a shield and a Zeus hammer. So, let's see if they've got... They should have at least... I thought I saw one excellent chair there. Oh, here we are. Perfect. Oh, wait. I think you have to kill them first. Oh, damn it. Okay, we'll kill them real quick and then we'll take the chair. Ow! Oh, yeah, our melee skill is terrible. This might have been a bad idea. Oh, my God. This might have been a very bad idea. Oh. Okay. We need to get over there really quickly. I need you to get over there and uninstall that. Come on. Let's go. Oh, great. You're really slow. Well, okay, you got beaten up. Sorry. I forgot that you weren't exactly... You're a thinker, not a smasher. It's okay. It's okay. Get the chair. We'll be out of here. Oh, no. They will prepare for a while and then attack. Okay, that's good. That's good. Get the chair. Get the chair. My bad. I didn't have it on uninstall. Okay, okay. I've got the one construction now. They should be able to get this to the shuttle. Don't mess this up. You. Set to load. Items. Excellent dining chair. Perfect. That's all we want. Nope, 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 nope. But get in the shuttle. Get in the shuttle before they attack us, you... at least you got the dining chair on you. Okay, we came what we we got what we wanted, which was basically another piece of the puzzle for getting the following still needs to be loaded. Nope, nope, nope. I think because it's in his inventory, it doesn't count. So you know what? Let's just go. Yep, we got the chair. Excellent. Now go get medically tended. Again, sorry about the whole awkward... You know what? It's fine. He'll be grand. We'll just get rid of that old normal chair and replace it with an excellent one. Sister Vex is up and about, and they're looking solid. Move speed is 6.19, compared to most people's about 4.6 or 4.2. Yeah, it really depends on what gear they're at. 4.48 really depends if you're wearing a lot of equipment. But yeah, 6.19 is blazing fast, and that's before we start stacking all the rest of the stuff on top of them. And they're also sporting their delicious good Zeus hammer and a shield belt to make sure they're nice and tough. And they come with the ability to jump a decent distance as well, so we don't need to give them a backpack. So you're able to jump in and out of combat. That does cost them blood, though. Hemogen cost of 5. I'm going to have to keep topping that stuff up. Okay. Space. I've been meaning to go to space for ages. Are you finished being berserk? No, you're not. Yeah, I want this guy to finish being berserk so we can start operating on them. I think it's time we sealed in that door. If we're going to space... It's going to need to be walled over, so you're going to have to go. Then, oxygen pumps. We're going to need one oxygen pump in each room. So, one there. Actually, I won't worry about the oxygen pump there. One oxygen pump should be fine, I'd say. so long as we leave the doors openish, and then we make sure everyone wears vac suits. So long as the main living quarters are vac suited. All right. Or the main living quarters are oxygenated. Oh, and temperature. We're going to need one heater for every room. One last thing before we head to space. We want to make sure we can keep them on ice for later. So we're just going to do a quick, where is it? A quick heart extraction. We're going to do is just remove their heart. That'll keep, well, they're a sangiophage. Won't kill them, but what it will do is put them into death rest permanently until we put their heart back. Or a heart back. There's no rush on it. Michael? Why don't you do that now and then grab a nap? It's just once that's done, we can put their heart in storage and then we can leave them anywhere. Can they actually die of hypothermia at that point? Like if we leave them in the cold vacuum of space, would it kill them? Yeah, we'll find out later. But this way we can keep them on ice. We might actually keep them around and convert over Timbronia at some point. Yeah, involuntary death rest. Lack of a heart will do that to you. Perfect. Well, now they're effectively frozen forever. We'll come back to them later. But you two love birds, get at it? Okay, once you two are finished, we're getting out of here, okay? Whoa. Yeah, no, not going to forget to keep the horse alive. Horsey, you can go over there. Actually, wait, no, that's a bad place to put the horse. Oh, damn it, do we have to keep them in this room? You might have to keep them in... Nope, that would mess that up too much. You know what, you can go in here. You can go in this room along with the building stuff. That should keep you warm and not vacuum dead. I'm going to want to grab the horsey real quick. Okay, what the hell? Expected quality 56%? Sister Vex now has 271% piloting skill. That's not even a possible number. They're giving more than 110%. They're giving 207. Fine. Okay, so that maxes out the quality like by a lot, but still 22% chance of having a minor incident on landing. All right, let's begin. All aboard. Yeah, are you sure you want to launch? Yes, we do. Now, up, and asteroid. It's got traces of uranium. Let's go. Some exterior walls or doors not airtight. Few functioning oxygen pumps. Land there anyway. Continue. Let's go. Should have changed everyone into their space gear. No, we can do that when we get up there. We'll probably be fine. How hard can it be? It's only space. Yeah, space is incredibly hard. Oh, yeah, 16 to 10. Yeah, the monument was abandoned. That's fine. I kind of expected to get a little bit annoyed about that. Okay, where do we want to connect up? Where's the most explosives? I like the look of this location because it feeds us into a tunnel network. And actually, there. No. Yeah, I think I like this one. And these explosive barrels are supposed to help you out with getting Vaxstone. Now, let's land in. That looks like it's flying sideways instead of just sending downwards. I know it's supposed to be descending downwards, but it doesn't look right to me. Medical treatment needed. Expendable. Why? Vacuum burn. Right. Spacefarer. Okay, I want everyone to change into their Spacefarer gear immediately. What are you doing? You're removing your thermal duster. Maybe stand inside the ship to do that, you know? Just might be a good idea. Yeah, it's only a tiny vacuum burn. You'll be grand. Kugarian, what kind of gear you got on? No. You're not doing anything until you change your pants, buddy. Want to consume a meal? That's fine. Quest expires in 1 hour. Huh. He wants to draw the infestation towards you. Oh, yeah. You cannot accept it while in space. Well, yeah, I would look at this and I thought, no, there's no point calling in 8 hives. Orbital power beam targeter might have been nice. You know what? Maybe I should have called that in. You know what? It's fine. Now I just have to get used to this whole thing being the wrong direction because I was used to it facing the other direction a second ago. And what are you doing there? Oh, wow. They're putting on the gear in here. And there's no oxygen in there. Right. That is my bad. Probably should have thought of that. Great. Now everyone's going to be really badly injured to start. What are you doing? Wearing a vac suit. I should have put all the vac suit stuff in here. God. Okay, I should have put that all on before they left. But it's okay. Everyone can now get healed up, and they'll all be fine. Everyone will be happy. Probably. Also, I did maybe forget to replace that door. Yeah, that guy's not dying to vacuum. I wonder if they're immune to it. You, maybe close the door for that guy who wouldn't mind. That would be a good thing. Yeah, now you can get back to work. Timbronian, nope. Get over here and finish that. Okay, I've made a few mistakes, but it's fine. This is our first time in space. Oh yeah, forgot to roof over the passenger shuttle, which was why this place was completely and instantly a vacuum. Yeah, I should have just left the doors closed, had a roof on it, and this probably would have been fine. Well, never mind. Michael, how you doing? Why do you need medical treatment? Vacuum burn? You're in the right gear. You got a vac suit helmet. We're going to try playing around with these mining charges. So we're going to stick one in there and give it a little shoot. Put away. And... okay, I was kind of expecting a lot more than that. Alright, but all I'm able to see so far is just uranium ore. There's no other materials. Oh, wait a minute. Vaxstone is actually exactly what it says in the tin. It's a stone. So this entire thing is just Vaxstone? In that case, let's just start mining. We have obtained Vaxstone chunks. Then we're just going to smash it up. And it gives us 20 blocks. Right, that's, we'll take it. Then we're just going to, like, split open this whole area, grab everything we can. What I'm going to do here is drill in holes, and then I'm going to start moving in these explosives. So we should be able to move them in, say, put that there. But I think it's only going to kill the 6 tiles around it. So I don't think they're actually that amazing. I mean, they're okay, but they're not... ooh, actually. Put it there. That way it'll kill 7 tiles. That one explosion actually netted us 5 blocks. Okay, they're not terrible. And there is a fair few of them left about. Speeds things along nicely. Alright, how many Vaxstone blocks do we have so far? 120. That means we can start building engines. Yep, we only need 50 for one engine, so let me think. 1, 2, then leave a gap, 3, 4. Yeah, it'll probably be something like that. So, we will start over there, build ourselves an engine, and then work our way back. Soon we're going to be able to reach massive distances. Ooh. You know what? Maybe turn off a few things while we're here. Yeah, we do have a lot of things running, and even with the solar maxed out, it's actually draining our batteries. Raid? How? We're in space! Several separate groups of pirates from mindless corsairs have arrived in transport pods nearby. It looks like they want to use sappers to tunnel around your defenses. How long before we can get out of here? 1.2 days. You know what? They're landing over there. Landing over there. Landing over there. We're going to break up... we're going to, like... what are you? Ooh, what are you? What are you? No. I'm already out of time. Damn it. Okay. Okay. Out of time. We'll deal with the drop in the next section. Sister Vex doing absolutely incredibly well. They're looking pretty good. I don't know if... they're smart enough that they know that Timbronia is using them, but they also don't care, maybe? Like, Timbronia is kind of their Adeptus Mechanicus to their Smashes? I don't know. At the same time, we need one more pawn. We are actually trapped in a little bit of a problem where we don't have enough production. We need someone else who's good at crafting, but the only other person on the team who's good at crafting is Michael. They're the only one who's got an actual passion in crafting, but they're only minor. Quoll could technically take over mining, and they probably will, but that would mean they're going to have to cut back in their artistic. And their planting, and their... we just need a dedicated crafter. That would bring us up to 10 pawns, and I think we'd lock it there at 10 pawns unless something truly spectacular happened. I don't want to have a big team for this run. I want to keep it small, compact, and, sort of personal. Personable, a bit like the Murder Munchkins were back in the day. Oh, the reason I'm keeping Comb around is, well, twofold. One, we could use them to make a Yunners. Vamp Yunners are great. Or two, we could get them to convert Timbronia. I mean, then we'd have sort of like a power couple in Sister Vex and Timbronia. And then maybe even get Timbronia slowly to level up. Once Sister Vex is maxed out with the Empire, maybe get Timbronia to do it as well. She won't have nearly the bonuses. She doesn't have the size sensitivity or the toughness or anything like that. But it sort of feels almost appropriate that she'd let him go first, and then she'd like see, oh yeah, it didn't kill him. Maybe I'll do it too. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what Randy throws at us first and worry about it later. Anyway, I'm going to look and see what that does, and that does. And I'm going to cut this out here. I hope you enjoyed, and good luck.